Hello,
And welcome
to BB on Blast.
I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Gaz.
And we're talking about BB23, the double eviction week.
Today,
Woo!
I've got a rising what's it called?
Intonation.
Intonation.
Oh,
I don't
like
know
you've
why.
been watching Big Brother Australia, mate.
I've been watching Danny Hayes' stories live from quarantine.
Hello. So, we
Yeah.
haven't seen the double eviction yet. And also,
Oh, it's a double. I forgot
yeah,
about
it's
that.
the double.
Just need to issue an apology to the listeners for last week because I can't even really remember that podcast. I was hungover, but I can't remember it.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
I think dreadful.
I'm sure it was broadcasting gold.
It's all right when I'm pissed. It's not okay when I'm like on the come down from the night before.
Ooh, well.
No, only on the drink. I think. Was it the night after? I can't remember.
Pass. So,
Yeah.
Gaz hasn't actually even seen the end of the veto, so you're going to be treated to us watching the end of the veto,
ran out
even
of
though
time.
I've already seen it. But I do think it's worth watching the end of that episode
I think
together.
it's a Tiny Cans one, isn't
It
it?
is. It's fun. I like that one.
We liked that one last
We
time.
like that one. But you've seen the Zing bot, so we can talk about that.
I have seen that, yeah.
And then we're going to find out who's going to go in the double eviction. Who's it going to be? You don't even know who's going the first part. So who knows? I'm going to have to be careful as we go along here.
Oh, wait.
No,
Am I going to...
someone goes first, don't they? Whoever...
Oh, you don't know who's gone either?
No, I don't know who's gone, no.
Okay.
Well, I've got an idea. Or who
Because
might
you've seen
go.
what happened in the veto.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
A white person,
who
no doubt,
knows?
no doubt.
Who knows? Anything could happen on the one hand, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, wait,
but
hang
on the
on.
other, blah, blah, blah.
Is Xavier and Alyssa on the block where I'm at? Mm-hmm. Obviously, that could change.
Tiffany's trying to get Alyssa out, isn't she?
Yes. I don't know, I was watching it at various
Well, you will
speeds.
watch from the...
Do you know what? I started off watching it like 1.2, 1.25, I think it is. I was like, oh, that's kind of slow. So I went to 1.5, so it was a bit fast. And then I tried to turn it down and put it down to 0.25, and it was
Oh,
like,
God.
oh, shit, what's going on?
The batteries are running out. Well...
But first.
But nothing. Let's carry on. So, I've got some gossip for you.
Hang on.
Go on.
Not before the gossip.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. Gossip is coming soon.
Yeah, gossip,
Stay tuned for gossip.
for the gossip. But first, we have to talk about
But first.
more sad news for the Big Brother community. Big Brother community, like the gay community.
Well, the Big Brother community is the gay community.
Is that unfortunately Sarah Harding died at the start of the week or the last weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It must have been the day
it was a
after.
few
Must have been
days
the
ago.
morning after we did the pot. No, it
Might
wasn't.
have been. Anyway, it's irrelevant
I'm
when
so
it happened.
confused about like times.
It doesn't
and
matter about
frames.
time. The fact is, it's happened. It's awful. I thought that picture they put out of her was really a lovely picture of her on the tribute. That they
Odd
did
how
for her.
everyone used that same picture on their
Yeah,
post.
I think she must have,
Oh, so this is the one.
the one
when
she
I go.
wants. Yeah, I mean, I
actually,
would
yeah,
if I was
good point,
dying, wouldn't
good
you?
point.
You-
Because, yeah, Sarah was like already thinking about her funeral and
Yeah.
stuff because she had terminal cancer. That's kind of like, oh, I just can't even bear to think about that.
I know. It makes me think of a friend of mine had breast cancer as well, and it's just like, it's so...
Is that what she had?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's so just terrifying how it can just go either way. And she's only 39, and I know she sort of was hard living a bit, but fair play to her.
Hard in by name, hard in by nature.
I mean, I like a drink as well, so cheers to you, Sarah. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's just coming to terms with dying in your 30s. I don't know how you do that. I just don't know how you put that into perspective and go out like that. And just the actual how it all works actually. Dying of cancer. I mean, remember when it happened with Jade. It's just like, well, I have no clue, and it's just terrifying.
I was thinking about this as well, and how we lost Jade so publicly, and like we saw Jade decline, and it was all in the papers and on the TV.
Yeah.
And obviously, we recently had the documentary.
Yeah.
But like with Sarah, it was like she won Big Brother.
Yeah.
And then it was like, obviously, like when someone has won Celebrity Big Brother, you're thinking, what's next? And then there wasn't really anything. So it was like the last time we saw her was then, and that was 2017.
Yeah.
And then I feel like the next thing we heard was, I've got terminal cancer.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I've got. And I remember a statement being like, I probably won't make it till Christmas,
Yeah.
what she was told. And
Was that this year?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then she didn't. And it just feels like, in a way, it feels like Sarah Harding, career-wise, went out with a bang, like at the top. Because, like, I think she was, of the Girls Aloud people, she wasn't very prominent with, like, a solo career or anything. It's only Cheryl and, like, all the others have had, I think she released one song or something.
Right.
Like, she didn't really make it solo.
Yeah.
And what was Sarah Harding doing? And she, like, went away after Girls Aloud. Then she came on to Big Brother. It was a big mess with Chad and everything. And, like, it was car crash TV. It was messy.
It's good to watch.
I think if I looked back at my tweets about all of it was, like, taking the piss mostly.
Oh, yeah. The fact she won that series is just amazing.
But it was a good story. And I felt like she really wanted the win. She really needed the win. And I think I wanted Chad. Was Chad in the final?
Hold on, didn't we go in that house?
We were in that house and we were at that final.
Yeah,
we saw Sarah Harding win with our own eyes.
I completely forgot that.
Yeah.
Jesus. Wow. Oh.
Well, I was at the final. Were you at the final?
I don't know.
I think we were all at the final.
I have no recollection of that. Was I hammered?
I think maybe. I think I fist bumped Chad at the final.
I don't think I was there.
Oh. Maybe I was only.
Maybe you went. Yeah, I don't remember that. In fact,
Do you
actually,
know what? The other superfans will know.
No, I didn't, because the only final I've ever been to is when Cameron won.
Oh, okay.
Not Stout.
Oh, so maybe I took myself.
Yeah.
Maybe I took myself to the final. But
Gaz was there.
You and I were in her Celebrity Big Brother house before the launch night.
Yeah, it was there.
And sat in the same sofas as Sarah sat when she was told she was the winner. But yeah, I just felt like for Sarah that meant a lot, and I saw her as a worthy winner by the end. When I was putting a tweet together, I thought, like, am I going to be too, like, sickly about this? Like, I felt really sad about it because we'd known it was coming, and then when you suddenly see it and it's like, okay,
real.
this has arrived. Yeah, I felt like a bit of a chill. But I was like, do I call her a Big Brother legend? She's not exactly a Big Brother legend, but I think she was a worthy winner of Celebrity Big Brother. That's how I could define her.
Definitely. And that's why I said in my tweet, thanks the entertainment, because it wasn't like I'm a big Girls Aloud fan or like, but I like a few Girls Aloud songs, you know, and like, you know, yeah. I don't like that one.
No?
And
like Sound of the Underground.
Yeah.
What's your favourite?
And I always thought she looked cool, and I always thought she was like the best looking member of Girls Aloud, because she's just like, you know, the one I relate to, like the Jerry Halliwell, you know.
Or the bullshit one.
Yeah, and she was very, very entertaining in CBB, and she was very flawed, and her and Chad were a complete nightmare. Oh, did Chad say anything about it?
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would hope so, but
yeah.
Actually,
well,
this is the thing.
You don't know, do you?
I think, like, so especially with Girls Aloud, I know, and it's common knowledge that there was a bit of a feud. Like,
she was with Nadine, wasn't she? And the others didn't like them.
I think Nicola was also friendly with her, but Cheryl,
Kimberly.
Cheryl and Kimberly, I don't think they particularly liked Sarah.
Yeah. Yeah, because when she went in Big Brother, they were all twitching about what she was going to say about them. Do you remember?
I can't remember if she spoke out.
Yeah, she said something, but just in passing kind of thing. Nothing controversial.
No.
But I know they did make friends with her after Big Brother.
Do you know the weirdest thing? The night before she died, I saw Cheryl Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Cheryl Fernandez Vassini, whatever Cheryl's called now. Cheryl just wants to be called Cheryl. So I
Cheryl Tweedy. That's what it says on a criminal record.
Cheryl Tweedy, the headliner festival that I was at. And this obviously postponed. Like, we knew she was going to headline it from way back, and it was cool that she still was able to do it. And then during her set, she did like all the big songs. And she did one song that was like, we don't really know this Cheryl, but fine. During the set, she brought Nicola Roberts on stage.
Oh, okay.
But it was a complete surprise. So like the lights completely dipped, and they came on, and she was there, and the crowd went fucking wild for Nicola Roberts, more than they did for Cheryl.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, and but then I thought, I don't know if it was just because it was Nicola, or if because people thought like, oh, is it going to be all of Girls Aloud?
Oh, right, yeah.
Obviously, couldn't have been Sarah.
No.
Everyone knows Sarah was not conditioned to perform, obviously. But it was so weird that the night before I'd seen Cheryl and Nicola, and the next day I just heard that Sarah had died. It was really, really odd.
It's awful. Yeah.
And then for someone like me who does like Girls Aloud, it's like, well, Girls Aloud will never be complete now.
No, they won't.
And then I read that Sarah had met up with all of them, and they had kind of like patched it up. And, but like in the days, this is a long way to go about this, but you said that has Chad posted anything? So in the days after, I was waiting for like Cheryl to post,
Yeah.
and then Cheryl hadn't posted.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is really not very fair of me to be waiting for
I
Cheryl to
know.
post to
Everyone
see
was,
like,
weren't they?
is
Yeah.
Cheryl okay
Yeah,
with
I
Sarah?
know.
Is she going to acknowledge
Yeah.
Sarah dying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, Cheryl spent I don't know
Yeah.
how many fucking years in the pockets of Sarah.
Yeah.
She's grieving as well,
Yeah.
of course.
She did post, didn't she?
She did post
Yeah.
in the end, but it was a couple of days, a day or two
Yeah.
after, or a day and a half.
I
couple of
imagine
days.
if I died and everyone's like waiting, oh, is Gaz going to post? You wouldn't feel up to it, I don't think, for a week or so at
I
least.
post instantly. First, Lizzie's dead.
Yeah, what's the pun? It's what she would have wanted. Put it on her gravestone. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, like I don't know if I'd want to be on Twitter posting in a time like that. I can't imagine it. Like when people post about someone dying on Twitter, I just think it just don't. I don't know. I don't feel like the right place for it.
It's funny you see, well, from across Twitter and the world of celebrity, people were coming out talking about Sarah, and I saw like Ashleen posting a picture with Sarah and other people who you wouldn't necessarily expect that Sarah really knew, but it's expected that there'll be something said, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's kind of dirty. I feel like that's a bit of a dirty, like waiting for Cheryl to unearth like what is the truth here.
Yeah,
it's not the right context, but it's just the way people think.
And what did you say that Sarah's mum said in a statement?
I know, I didn't actually look at it. I wondered if you'd read it.
I did read it, yeah, but
I just heard that she was one that announced it.
Yeah. It just planning your own funeral and knowing you ain't going to make it to 40, it's just really fucked. Well, I've not really lost anyone sort of our age, but my brother's had a good friend who died of cancer, and it's just like...
It's very cruel, isn't it?
It's just so... Like, I looked on his Facebook page, because I used to know him when I was little, sort of thing. I wasn't good friends with him, but on his Facebook page, people still post now, like, saying, you know, miss you and stuff. And it's just awful. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it still exists.
Yeah, like, his Facebook page is still up, and people obviously go on there to sort of think of him and post something. It's just like, oh, I don't know, it's just awful. It's just completely senseless and unfair. So enjoy life while you can. That's all I can say.
Yeah, because honestly, 2017 doesn't feel long ago, right?
No, it wasn't.
And just suddenly that's it. Also, what I will say, that is the first time we got to go into the Big Brother house, that series, and it felt like the first series where Big Brother was starting to be what it was. Like it was trying to claw back some authenticity for me.
Yeah.
And I really liked that series for like the housemates and the way the reality was shown in the show. Like Sarah and Chad were obviously a big story out of that.
Yeah.
And it was enthralling TV every night, even though it was so bloody like painful at times because it was so sticky.
Yeah.
Like
that's the best sort of TV.
Oh, that clip that I posted where she's having a go at him.
And then
he's like, come back here. And then he's like, I don't know why I'm smiling. It's just like, that's so weird.
Yeah. My most memorable thing about her from that season was when she was singing Sound of the Underground, and that fucking Barry from EastEnders like, oh, that's, you know, Sound of the Underground then. Like, it was just so
not when she was wearing the cap and she was singing to Chad or something.
Yeah, I think so. In the living room. Oh, she was singing one of their songs and it was just like, oh, it was just a bit painful.
Anyway.
But she won.
And never forget, don't be bitter. Glitter.
That is, I had forgotten, and then Jack said that, which I thought was quite nice. And then actually today he called me bitter about something, and I said, well, you know, Sarah said don't be bitter, glitter, and now she's dead.
So let that be her legacy. So no,
listeners. I say do be bitter, and don't glitter.
Oh no, glitter, as Sarah would have wanted you to.
Glitter away.
Shall we move on to your gossip?
Oh yeah, I've got some good gossip.
Have you?
Yeah, I've got some other gossip and then some good gossip. I hope you haven't heard. Have you not heard?
I've been living under a zing-bot-shaped rock this week.
So, so one game-related thing, which isn't that interesting, but it is interesting in the context of things, was the reason why Brittini and Derek X both went out was because they had been given the 100 coins by us.
Oh, the big
and then
bucks.
they were both literally targeted because they had those 100 coins, which obviously they
public
did.
Support,
which they did
put a target on their back.
Exactly, which they didn't show on the show because they don't want to say, "Oh,
you fucked."
You actually ruined their game. So I thought that was quite interesting. And also in your thing against Hannah, your vendetta against Hannah.
Oh.